Clean my goggles off. All right, we should be live. I mean, speech chat isn't showing me being online yet, but we should still be online. It takes that thing a minute or two before it shows that I'm online. So there we go. Now it's showing me as being online. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless Wonder the Man looking clay. We're back. Damn, these glasses look foggy. We're back for some LeMans Ultimate, and today is a big day that we
DJ_JM09 said, "What's up, Lincoln?"
DJ, what's good, my guy? So yeah, today is a big day that a lot of us have been waiting for, myself included. We have gotten pack number 1 for the EL, for the European Le Mans series, and that DLC. Like these other ones better. There's a little more. All right. So that pack consists of Silverstone, the track, and LMP3 cars. Now, my original plan was to not jump on the track or drive the LMP3 cars because I wanted you guys to get my raw reaction, but I couldn't help it because Silverstone was one of my favorite tracks on ACC. It was a track that I put a lot of time in, and so I did do a few laps on Silverstone, but I did it with the GTEs. I have not driven the LMP3's yet. So with ACC, when that was my favorite game, my favorite sim, I went out of my way to put a lot of time in on several of those tracks. My favorite track on ACC was Monza. I'd probably say it's my second favorite track in the world behind Circuit de la Sarthe overall across any game. But as far as ACC goes, Monza was my favorite. I don't know, maybe a toss-up between Kyalami and Silverstone being my second favorite track. After that, Bathurst. So as far as ACC goes, I like the majority of the tracks. I think the one track that I absolutely did not like was Snetterton, and I still don't like that track to this day. On any game, I just don't like that track.
DJ_JM09 said,
the LMP3 is different. Okay, you know, we'll give it a.
I'm interested in your opinion on it.
So let me finish saying this real quick about Silverstone. So when I used to do Silverstone on ACC, I got into I believe I got into the 158s. The GT3s on ACC are faster than the GT3s on Le Mans Ultimate because I think they follow real life times. Lap times, and I think the GT3s in the WEC are a little bit slower by design. I think they do that on purpose to create more obstacles for the hypercars. But in any case, so when I used to do ACC on Silverstone, I was turning in lap times in the 158s. The aliens were doing like 156s. So since I think the GTEs and the GTEs on Le Mans Ultimate and the GT3s on ACC, I think they're kind of close. So I'm thinking with the GTEs, I'm thinking I should be able to turn in lap times anywhere between a 158 in 2 minutes. And I went out there and I did a couple of laps, and 202.4 was my best lap, but that was only did a few laps. Because I'm trying to get used to the car track combo. But I have not tried the LMP3's yet, so let's give it a shot so you guys can get my raw reaction. And we will stay with Silverstone. Wait a minute, I think I might have to go back to... Might have to go back to the entire race weekend. Let's see here. Ah, that's why. European Le Mans series. I was clicking on the WEC. That's why I was stuck on stupid. So right there on the LMP2, if I'm not mistaken, that little orange triangle in the corner, I think that is to indicate that these P2s in the European Le Mans series are unrestricted. So I guess they're probably a little bit faster than the WEC LMP2s. I like the black and red, but I think it looks a little too plain. Not enough endorsements on it. I like those colors, but I think I would want a little bit of red added to it. Yeah, I think I like that one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Advanced options, session settings. Weather. All right. Let's go. So here we go. My very first time. Oh, right there. During race starts, try to apply the throttle and brake smoothly while following the car in front. Weaving is banned once the cars line up in 2x2 formation. I don't have a problem with people weaving during the formation. I don't know if that's a real life rule or not, or if that's something that Le Mans Ultimate is trying to do to stop people from doing dumb shit on the race start. I don't have a problem with people weaving on the race start. I have a problem with people taking off and then suddenly slamming on the brakes and then going really like super slow. And then right before we get to the start line, they try to pull off so they can get a big jump on you. Like all that gamesmanship during the race start, that stuff bothers me. All right, this is it, folks. My first time in a P3. Oh shit, and the steering's on the right. That feels weird for a P3, but on certain cars, I was used to driving with the steering wheel on the right side. Like whenever I would play GT7 or the original SATA Corsair.
Air and track temperatures are rising. Air temp is now
or
22.
Even project
track
cars.
Temperature is now 20 Celsius. Pit exit is clear. Push now.
I was used to using the 787B, the Mazda 787B. I was used to that car.
Be careful.
with the steering being on the right side. Same thing with the Sauber Mercedes. And then on GT7, I was used to the Honda NXX. Oh shit, damn. That steering, that force feedback is something different. Ooh. I guess no ABS, huh? On medium tires too? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's gonna be some ugly races with these P3s. You're on medium tires. Damn, this shit like on ice. I think until the tires warm up, damn, even trail braking don't even feel that effective. Apartments there.
Hole in Dan's sock. Said. Yes sir. Sup boys.
Dan Sock, how's it going? Still trying to assess these P3s.
Hole in Dan's sock. Said. In at work making that money sir. Good to have you all with me.
Oh yeah, make that money, bring home the bacon.
207.8. Your brake temperatures are looking good. Tires are cold, watch out.
Hole in Dan's sock. Said. I'm off all night and listen to my top 3 YouTubers
Watch the track
LUL.
limits, please, Clay.
Nice, 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 nice. Thank you so much. One more lap, and I'll give you guys my initial impressions of this P3.
Past the car behind.
I actually let him go ahead.
Lap 2, 11.25.
With this P3, it kind of feels like I gotta ride the brakes to get the car to rotate.
This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits. Right side's clear.
Whoa.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Okay.
That's the end of the session. P1.
So my initial thought of that P3 is, for one, it took forever. The tires never warmed up. The brakes and the steering feels like it's got a sweet spot. The brakes, it feels like if you hit the sweet spot and apply the correct amount of pressure, the trail braking actually feels really good, and you can feel the back end of the car rotating. But if you don't, it seems to me like if you don't hit that sweet spot, if you go past that sweet spot, the wheels lock up. If you don't apply enough and don't hit that sweet spot, then yeah, it just feels like you're not going to make the turn. The steering, as crazy as it sounds, it's somewhat, it reminds me of Forza Motorsports with more detail. And I'll be honest when I tell you, the first time I played the current Forza Motorsports, I hated it. The steering, it had a window. If you stayed within that window, the resistance felt pretty good. But if you turned the wheel outside of that window, the force feedback would just drop right off, and the wheel would just crank right over and feel like it had no force feedback at all. These P3s kind of feel like that. In that window, as I said a second ago, I'll call it a sweet spot. It feels like to get the car around the corner, it feels like you almost have to get the car around the corner by trail braking it and rotating the back end of the car rather than actually turning the wheel. So it feels like with the steering, it feels like it feels like both the brakes and the steering have to be within that sweet spot in order to get the car to rotate. If you crank the wheel over too far, the car is going to understeer right off the track. If you step on the brakes too much, you're going to lock up the wheels, and it's like sliding across ice. But like I said, it almost feels like a puzzle where if you got the wheel within that correct window and you got the brakes within that sweet spot, it almost feels like you don't have to turn the wheel that far to get the car to rotate. So it almost feels like it almost feels like you're trying to learn a puzzle rather than trying to learn the behavior of a car. So I don't know. I can tell you that the few laps that I did with the GTE, I absolutely enjoyed it. It felt like it almost felt like I was doing ACC again. The graphics initially, as crazy as it sounds, Silverstone initially looked like what this game looked like to me the first time I played it. The first time I played LeMans Ultimate, I was like, okay, this is just R Factor 2 reskinned. And my initial reaction when I first saw the Silverstone was that it did feel like I was playing R Factor 2. Maybe more so because I'm on a track that's not a WEC track, and Le Mans Ultimate initially seems like it's focused on the WEC. So it felt like an R Factor 2 track until you go by and see those apartments. Then it's like, that's letting me know that, okay, I'm on an updated racetrack. So let me do a few laps with the Corvette. And one thing I like about this update is that I can now use my custom Corvette in single player. By default, you will keep your current used tires fitted each time you leave the garage. Therefore, you must remember to check and change your tires each time you go out on the track. So I'm glad that they posted that little tip right there, letting you know that you got to change your tires every time you go back out if you want new tires, because the game will not put new tires on by default. Whatever tires you started with, it will keep those tires on there until you go out of your way to change them. So everybody knows now that that's not a bug, that's by design. All right, let's go. might actually, I'll do a couple of practice laps, and then I'll do a race against the AI. I may not finish the race, but I'll at least do a few laps in the GTE so I can see what it, actual combat feels like.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now.
Tires are ice cold on here too.
Your brakes are cold. Take it easy.
Murphy Motorsport
The track temps
said,
increasing. It's now
I'm not blown
26
away with this
Celsius.
update, I can't lie.
I feel I kind of feel the same way you do, but probably not for the same reasons that you do. What's your reasons why you're not really, blown away by this update? I'll tell you mine in a second.
Air temps falling. It's now 15 Celsius. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3's yellow.
The fans in the distance, because of how far away it was, they look like, at first they just look like dots.
Sector 3 is clear.
So, to put it into context, when I first learned that we were going to get Silverstone, I was hyped for it.
P4.
And I'm still glad we got it. And
Murphy Motorsport said, I don't like P2 cars and 2 the dailies are awful.
okay. Fair enough. I mean, you guys know by now the GTEs are my favorite.
Fastest lap for Wayne, right, 158.95. Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace. Alright Clay, to watch the track limits. That's a new fastest lap for Fast Sender, 158.76.
Eric McCready
The guy ahead has just done a 159.94.
You looking fast today, brother Clay. Happy racing.
Hey, thank you, my guy. How you doing today, Mr. McGrady?
Time 2:03.39.
Brake temperatures are okay. Front tyres are cold.
Eric McCrading said, "Go Lions."
Go Lions. See that ass whipping?
They'll delete this lap. Track limits. New fastest lap for signal 158.50. The guy behind has just done a 2:00.9.
That time of day
3:12.
2:05.70.
The guy behind has just done a 159.80.
Okay.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Okay, Murphy. I'm with you on the dailies. Especially being that I love the GTEs. So
Crook 3D Racing said, "Enjoying Silverstone so
The
far."
guy behind has just done a 2:01.
Silverstone was
53.
always one of my favorite tracks on ACC, so I already knew that I was going to like it here on LeMans Ultimate. And as I was about to explain to Murphy, the biggest reason why I'm not like jumping up and down super duper hype the way I should be is because I probably won't get as much use out of this track as I would like. And that's because this track is paid this track is paid DLC. And let's
The
go
end of the
through.
session, 15th place.
So if you go through the daily
Murphy
races,
Motorsport said, "I think if you go to special there is some stuff in there."
yeah, the special events, yeah, that I might do that one. That we got that one coming up. This is the one I might do right here, the 2.4 hours of Le Mans. Matter of fact, I might go ahead and jump in here and do a practice lap. So before I jump in there, I was saying that what I mean by saying that I don't think I'm going to get my use out of the Silverstone track, what I was trying to explain to you guys is with the daily races, if you look at the daily races, the bronze races, here, let me show you guys the schedule. With the bronze races, it is the standard tracks. The paid DLC tracks are in the silver. They're in the intermediate or silver or gold races.
Crook 3D Racing said, "Try the LMP3 yet? It feels nice."
I tried the LMP3, and as I was explaining a few minutes ago, the car feels like it's got a sweet spot within the steering wheel and the brakes. It almost feels like a puzzle where you have to keep the steering wheel within the sweet spot and keep the brakes within the sweet spot. And if you hit them both correctly, the car will actually rotate. It'll turn good more or less because it feels like the back end is swinging around more so than feeling like the front tires are steering the car around the corner. So it's an interesting car. I think it's going to take a lot of getting used to, and I think it's going to take a lot of concentration to drive that car because being that the car feels like you got to stay within a sweet spot on both steering and braking. If you lose focus and don't apply both of them correctly, it feels like the car's just going to fly right off the track. Oh, getting back to what I was saying, they go through stretches with LMU where, okay, they might use the GTEs in daily races for about a month, then we might not see them again for 2 or 3 weeks. So that's what I'm trying to get at. And now that the GT3s are here, they don't use the GTEs in multi-class anymore. They did when the game first came out. Yeah, the GTEs were used because all you had were GTEs in hypercars. But when you had the P2s as well. But now that we got P3 and GT3s, unrestricted P2s, so it's like now you got, let me see, hypercar, P2 unrestricted, GTE, GT3. Let's see. Yeah, that's a hypercar, the 2 P2s, GT3s, GTE, and LMP3. So now you got 6 car classes. So all that being said, with me being pretty much exclusive GTE, there's a pretty good chance I'm not going to see a GTE Silverstone track combo for the daily races. I would love it if they did it, but I mean, it might happen sooner or later, but I don't see it happening that often. So that's what I mean by when I say that I don't think I'm going to get my money's worth off of it, or let me take that back, or I'm going to get to use it in a daily race. So the bottom line is, if I want to do the GTE, Silverstone track combo, in all likelihood, I'm going to have to set it up and do it as a single player race, or rent a server and host a race. But as far as daily races go, I don't think it's going to get used that much. So actually 2.4 hours. Oh shit. Let me go back to this. Okay, all of them are bronze. So they're letting anybody.
3D Racing said, looks like it's time to start using the LMP3 grinning face with sweat.
You know, Crooked, the GTEs are honest to you. I say that in the sense of like, even when the tires are cold, there's not that much funny business with the steering. Like with that P3, from here to here, there was a lot of resistance. But once I turned the wheel about this far, the resistance was almost gone. I mean, the force feedback just went in the tank. And that was one of the things that I hated about Forza Motorsports. When you stayed within that sweet spot, the resistance felt pretty good. But if you turned the wheel too far, the force feedback just dropped in the tank, and then the car would just understeer right off the track. These P3s feel like that. The difference is that it's more detailed. You can feel more of the rate. You can feel more of the track. You can feel the rumble strips. You can feel more of the detail in the road. So, and then the other thing with these, and I mentioned this earlier, Crooked, with these P3s, they're on medium ice cold tires with no ABS. Let's look at the daily races for this week. prototype. GT3 and prototype. I don't know. Maybe I could do this race to try to get some of my This is a 35-minute race. You know what? Let's do this race. Wait a minute. Where's my Let me back out of this. Starts in 12 minutes. Three. Oh, I like that Corvette. I was looking for my custom Corvette. Yeah, let's do this 35-minute lap race. Damn it. Struggling with braking. Only the GT3 cars include ABS. For other categories, you'll need to be more careful not to allow the brakes.
Said they should at least have one GTE option each week. Maybe they don't get enough entries.
The thing about it though, Crooked, the past month or so, I have been seeing the entries for GTEs slowly but surely growing. So there is, in my opinion, there is a spot for GTEs. But they go through, they go through, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, we'll get GTEs for 2-3 weeks straight, and then we won't see them for 2-3 weeks. All right, there's my gauge right there, 142.3. Oh, that's no, a 146.2, which I think I can do that because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've gotten into the 145s before. Let's go. Oh, they got the guy back. They removed that guy right there for a while. They removed him. Looks like they put him back in.
Watch your mirrors, there's a car approaching. The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Green flag, sector 1. flag in sector 1. We think Thomas has gone off. Green flag sector 1. Sixth place. Yellow flag sector 2. Green flag sector 2. Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. The leader has just done a 145.69. Okay, Clay, we need to watch these track limits. The car ahead has just done a 153.50.
That time was a 148.56.
The leader has just done a 145.57.
Cook 3D Racing said, seems like the Lexus and Mert are strong here.
Yeah, but you know me, I don't like doing the mega car thing.
The leader's just done a 145.44. Now delete this lap, you've cut the track. Your rear brakes are getting pretty hot. Cold tyres all round. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag.
That time was a
P5. We can see Cam has gone off in Villeneuve. Sector 1 is green. Okay, Clay, you need to watch the track limits. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Yellow flag, sector 1. Green flag in sector 1. The leader has just done a 145.42. Sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 1 is clear.
Lap 146.6.
6.6.
Okay, pit stop requested. Pit crew's ready. Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap. Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag, green flag Sector 3. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes, yellow flag. We think Santos has gone off in Ravatsa 2, green flag, Sector 3. Okay, Clay, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Green flag, Sector 2, P3.
That's a little bit better. 146, 146.2.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Got a little bit of work to do to get into the 145s, but I know I can do it.
That's the end of the session, P3.
Event starts in 1 minute. Oh shit, this is P3. P3's and GT3's. Oh shit. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Hans Cotone said, "Let's go."
My teammate, Hanez Katoni, I just noticed something. I entered this race, and when you enter a race, if any of your friends is entered in that race, it will show your friend as being entered in that race. I saw you in the entry, but it didn't show you as registered as my friend. So I don't know if there's a bug or something that's not recognizing you as my friend or something. All right, let's go. I just lost my force feedback. Yeah, there's Hernandez Catoni, my teammate. If you haven't done it yet, Hernandez.
Hans Catoni said, yeah, I know, same like me.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Your brakes are cold. Let's get some heat.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Hans Catoni said, I think it's a bug.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Yellow flag.
I sat there and looked at him and damn near did the same shit.
Spinned it in Aqua Minerale. That's the end of the session, P1.
Damn, I got a pee too. Let's go. Let's get a couple of laps in though. We're in here with P3s. This is going to be interesting.
P6 clear. Push. Okay, Clay. We've got 7 minutes to get a decent lap in. Your brakes are cold. Be careful. There's a car leaving the pits. 7th position. watch the track limits, please, Clay. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Car clear right. Just done a 146.58. The leader has just done a 146.03.
Time 147.34.
The guy ahead has just posted a 147.05. You need to watch the track limits. Okay, Clay, it's a faster class car approaching. Just done a 145.01. There's a group of faster cars behind. All right, Clay, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
That time was a 146.72.
Car clear left. Track limits. This lap will be deleted. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Faster car behind.
Oh shit! I might as well go to the bathroom. Those rumble strips, you put two of the tires on the rumble strips, it act like it's trying to pull your car off the track. When that happened, I already knew I wasn't going to be able to make that corner.
The guy ahead has just done a 145.72. That's the end of the session, P12.
All right, I do believe that I can get into the 145s. The 144s, no, I don't think I can get into the 144s, being honest. So this is a 35-minute race. So I think we might be looking at about 25 laps. You see 17. So I think we might be looking at about 23 laps for this race. I mean, it'll show it when it's time to get on the track, but I'm thinking maybe 23 laps for this race. So at this point, I think this race might be more about conserving your tires rather than your lap times. Because one way of looking at it is, it doesn't matter if you're on pace to do a pretty good lap, you're going to lose that lap when the P3s start coming through. So at this point, I don't know. I think the best thing to do might be to stay consistent and just try to save your tires for the end. "21 laps. And I've got 28. I put 22.5 in there. That's still overdoing it, but I want to be safe because I drive. As far as the throttle goes, I think I go. My foot's always on the floor whenever I can help it. See a Mustang in here. Holy moly. Formation lap has started.
Formation lap has started.
Must be waiting for the P2s. Where you at, Henez? Where you at on here? Oh shit. Guy mopping in front of me in that Corvette got a drive-through.
Right side's clear. Car right, clear right. Okay, Clyde, decent start. We can build something from here. flag, sector 2. Sector 2 is clear. We think Burgess has gone off in Viratello. Yellow flag,
Oh shit!
3. Left side. We've had quite a lot of aero damage. You might need to come in and get it fixed. Clear left. Sector 1 is yellow. Clear left. We think that Wolf has gone off in Tamburello. Sector 3 is green.
Yep, these dudes can't handle these P3s.
Lap 2, 12.
Green flag sector 1, E9. Clear left. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 3 is yellow. The guy in front is Santos. Yellow flag, watch out. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 1 is green. The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Considering how hard I hit that car, I don't have as much damage as I thought.
E7. Ahead is now 1.7 seconds. There's a car leaving the pit lane. It looks like Donat has stepped it in. Rivatsa 1, P8. Yellow flag, sector 1. We can see Silver
Thank
has
you,
cleared
Nez.
it. Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
Appreciate
Links
it.
left. Sector 1 is now green. Green flag in sector 3. Green flag, sector 2. It looks like Ita has gone off in Aqua Minerale. The gap to E7 in front is now 1.4 seconds. Sector 3 is now yellow. Sector 1, yellow flag. We think Delru has crashed in Tamburello. Green flag in sector 1, green flag sector 3.
Time 147.71.
for cutting the track. Caution. Green flag, sector 2.
Oh, God!
Yellow flag, sector 3. I think that Mathias has spun off. Okay, Clay. The next car is Fonseca. Sector 3 is now clear. See front locking going into Variante Alta.
Lee Woodman said, ouch.
Yeah, that hurt.
There's a faster car behind. He's racing us for position. I don't think we'll get a blue flag. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
I'm caught between a rock and a hard spot whether to quit this race, come into the pits, or
The gap in front is now
or tough it out.
4 seconds. Keep it together. Come on. The race isn't over yet. P12. We can see Michael has crashed. Green flag, sector 1. Track limits, watch those lines. Yellow flag in sector 2. Clear left. We think Wolf and Lopez have spun off in Aqua Minerale. Sector 2 is green. There's a faster car approaching. The car in front of us is now Lopez. Alright Clay, you read it. Lopez in. The gap's now 2.9 seconds. Sector 1 is yellow. Clear left. We think Curran has binned it. Sector 1 is green. We've been warned about track limits. Yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like Fonseca has gone off in Villeneuve.
He's about to make
Sector
an
1 is
unsafe
clear.
rejoin.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. We think that Mathias and Silva have binned it in Aqua Minerale. Green flag in sector 2. There's a faster car behind. We're racing them for position so there'll be no blue flag. Lopez in, the gap is 2.2. Yellow flag sector 3.
That time was a 1:11.36.
Attention to track limits, please, Clay. The gap ahead is now 2.0.
Time 1:47.40.
Yellow flag sector 2. It looks like Flores has gone off in Aqua Minerale, green flag in sector 2. The gap to Lopez ahead is now 2.2. We think that Flores has pinned it in Ravazza 2. Sector 3 is clear. Okay, Clay. There's a faster car approaching. Flores is pitting from P10. We think he'll come out just behind you. Stay on it. This isn't over yet. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
Time 1:47.16.
Incident in sector 1. Yellow flag. We think Michael has gone off in Tamburello. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines. Green flag in sector 1. Clear left. Faster class cars are catching you up. Lopez, ahead is now 2.1 seconds. Blue flag. Stay between the lines, please. Left's clear left. P11. There's a faster car approaching. We're halfway through. P10 in. The gap is now 0.27. Clear left.
Woo!
Okay, Clay, the next car is Watts.
I can see. I don't think these P3s are as fast as the P2s. Because once you first get that blue flag, it takes them a while to catch up to you.
About track limits. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. You're reeling P9 in. The gap is 4.8 seconds. He's slower than us through very anti-alto. Position. You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Okay, Clay. There's a faster car approaching. Yellow flag. Blue flag. We can see Wolf has stacked it in. Buratello. Sector 2 is now green. There's a group of faster cars behind you. They're racing for position. Blue flag. Clear right. Right side's clear. Blue flag. Sector 3 is yellow. Clear left. Green flag in Sector 3. Sector 2 is yellow.
8.47.
We think Connor's gone off in Tosa. Green flag Sector 2. Okay, Clay, you're reeling watts. The gap is now 4.1 seconds. Track limits. Gap to E9 in front is now 3.1 seconds. Alright Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. You're a second off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace. Keep it within the track limits. Sector 3. Sector 3's yellow. It looks like Marco has gone off in very anti-alto. Green flag, Sector 3. There's a faster class car approaching.
Lap 147.33.
Blue flag. Okay, Clay, we've just cut the track. There's a faster class car behind. The gap in front is now 3.6 seconds. Clear left.
Lap 149.19.
Run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. Okay, Clay. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left. Keep digging. This isn't over yet. 10th position. Incidents in Sector 2. Yellow flag. You're reeling Watts in. The gap's now 3.4 seconds. You're slower than us into very anti-alto.
Lap 147.43.
Yellow flag in Sector 1. We've just cut the track. It looks like Peter has crashed in Villeneuve. Green flag Sector 1. The track temperature's falling. It's now 33 Celsius. think that Peter has gone off in Curatella. Green flag for sector 2. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Lap 147.84.
Okay, Clay, run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. Yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like Lawrence has gone off in Ratsa 1. Green flag in sector 3.
That time was a 147.65.
Track limits, watch those lines.
Oh shit.
Okay, it's over. Good drive. Okay, pit stop requested.
I don't think I can do another one. My leg and my right arm is sore. give me a second, folks. I'll be right back. All right, looks like the race is over. Damn, dog, that is a lot of DNFs. The P3's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 P3s and 3 GT3s. Given how the P3s drive, I'm not surprised we had that many DNFs. I don't think it's an easy car to drive. And I think you definitely have to be disciplined with those cars for the first couple of laps until the tires warm up. Because honestly, unless you hit that sweet spot that I was talking about with the brakes and the wheel in conjunction with each other, that car is almost like a death trap. Come on, give me my results. Yeah, looks like we might have a bug. So let me close the game and reboot it. Sometimes that works. Yeah, my left leg and right arm damn near felt like it was going numb. Jeez. So I guess they doing it by blocks now instead of percentage. Oh shit, you were expected to finish 8th. Qualifying, you beat 2 drivers with a higher rank. Race, you beat 5 drivers with a higher rank. Race, you lost to 6 drivers with a lower rank. Oh, shit. So what are they trying to tell me? Did I lose rank or did I gain it? I think I like the percentage better when it showed plus or minus the percentage. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. So yeah, I got quite a ways to go to get the P2. Oh well. Well, that race wasn't half bad. And actually, after that race, now I know that I can gain some rank from it because the P3 cars in the back, they're going to cause wrecks. And if I'm lucky enough to drive through it, because that was a huge wreck. That collected a lot of cars. Let me look at this replay before I get out of here.
Harold PM said, that strength of fuel number is new. Harold PM said, field. Yeah, see, it looks like instead of telling you a percentage that you gained or lost, it looks like it's just filling blocks up. It looks to me like if you gain some rank, it fills a block. I don't know if I like that. Sign tumbling everywhere. Oh my God. And there's Gattone with no wing. Yeah, look at these P3s. Yeah, these dudes are something else.
Just took me with him. All right. That's gonna do it for me. I don't think I got the stamina to do another race. But I'm not above doing this race again this week. Now that I know what to expect, I think I can do a better job. A 38 car split. All right. All right, folks. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. As expected, yeah, I did like Silverstone. I love it, in fact. It's just that the enthusiasm that you would think would be there, you're not really hearing it from me because GT3 is my favorite class, and I don't think we'll see too much of a GTE Silverstone combo, but I would love it. All right, I'm out of here, folks. We will see you on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everyone.